Today, I want to look at some big picture aspects of 368. And when I talk big picture, I'm talking mind-blowing, earth-shaking, change your world aspects of what I think 368 could be. In the first part of this, I was simply talking about some nuts and bolts infrastructure of how the vlog and the space could work. But let's go beyond that. Let's look at what I think 368 could possibly become when you move outside of 368, the vlog and the space. Big picture, where could this go? And let's face it, Casey Neistat is not a status quo guy. He's pushing the limits, but what's amazing is a lot of pieces are in place for something huge to happen. Something that will change content creation, I think, forever. So we have Casey Neistat. He has a huge push. He can get a lot of eyes moving in a direction. He can change things with just his reach. The next piece is he has access to investors. He knows how to raise big money to do big things. The third aspect is he's putting stuff out there. He's saying, here's what I'm trying to do. I don't know what the business model is. People are going to come out of the woodwork. People are going to talk. There's going to be conversations, and all these people and all these ideas are going to come together to make something bigger than any of us have any idea what it is. And this is just my prediction of one possible aspect. To be part of that is amazing. To be right now and to see the amazing possibility of what this could be blows my mind. I've seen a lot of changes over my lifetime, but right now we are at the precipice of something tremendous. And I predict that 368 is going to be a huge thing. It's going to lead to something really big. Before I get to my big picture 368 predictions, the big thing, the mind-blowing part, I need to tell you a little story. So hang with me for just a little bit, and I want to talk about the independent film, how it works and how it is broken, and why I think 368 could possibly be not only the solution, but a game changer for all of us. So I know a lot of filmmakers, myself included, that make tons of short films and feature films, and we put our hearts and souls into the work that we do, our money, everything that we have. And there's a few people that hold the keys, the gate keys, to whether it's going to be produced or whether it's going to be distributed. And those gatekeepers tend to hold on to all the money. Filmmakers don't tend to get any value, any money, any payment for the value that they're creating. It has been this way for a long time. It's getting worse, and that needs to change. Now, to me, filmmaking is just another type of content creation, but let's move from the old model to a new media model, and what I think we're moving towards and what I think 368 could end up being. So the new media model is we can put content out there for free, everybody can watch it, and everybody can watch it, they can consume it, and the content creators make a little bit of money because they're pushing products, and like people are out going to buy a bunch of stuff they probably don't need. But that's how we have to survive as content creators. We have to push a bunch of other products in order to get a little bit of money from AdSense and from sponsorships and stuff like that. But that means that content creators are working for the people that are selling stuff. They're not working for the people that are consuming it. So what if, instead of giving the power to advertisers, what if, and this is the big part, what if we give the power to the people that are consuming and creating the content? What if we cut all the other BS out and the power comes to the people? The true democratic aspect of content creation. What it should fully be realized as. But how does that happen? And here's the prediction of a possible way that this could happen. Now, basically it's the Netflix of content creation, but it can't be run like Netflix. Netflix has a really small group of people that hold those gate keys, and they are crushing people with their power. They are destroying artists. They are undercutting them. People that work their lives to get really good at their art, and they make this sublime film. And Netflix is using their huge amount of power to like pay as little as possible. And those artists are getting screwed over. This is not a sustainable model. So just like in a dictatorship, the economy is suppressed, and the few people that hold the power just rake all the value out of that country. They suppress their people. It's not a good way to live if you're the masses. But what about if we move content creation into a more democratic space where the people that are consuming it and creating it have that power? How does that work? Well, if you have a subscription and you choose what level you want to donate each month, and that just comes out of your check or whatever, and then you have a pool of content that's being created. And part of the way that money is allocated is by what you view. When I view stuff, a little bit of that money that I donate goes to each of those creators. And then a small portion of the overall that you donate goes to support the platform. And that's what Casey and the team would have to do to create the platform for all these content creators to be supported by. The other aspect is to improve the content, because to create a film or a bigger series, a lot of times content creators need the money up front to do it. It costs a huge amount of money to create some really good high quality content. And a lot of us just don't have the money. We have the skills, but we don't have the money to create that. And instead of trying to raise the money from investors trying to recoup their cash, crowdfunding campaigns have been, crowdfunding sites have worked pretty well to bring consumers that want to support artists to say, here's some of my money. I think that's an interesting project. But since we have a subscription-based model, now not only what you consume, that subscription is split up and sent to the creators, you could also have a certain number of credits depending on how much you donate each month. And there could be a crowdfunding aspect to this where creators come in and they're like, this is the project that I want to create. This is the film. This is the web series. This is the piece of music. This is the piece of art. This is the podcast. This is what I want to create. This is how much I need to do it. And this is how I'm going to do it. They do their campaign, and the people that are subscribers just say, oh, I've got, I donate $50 every month, for instance. I have 50 creator credits. And you might say, I want some of my creator money to go to this campaign, or a couple of credits to this one, and this one's also kind of interesting. And I think what could happen is not only would the creators be more supported, now that they're not out there pushing like products and getting minuscule amounts, when they're supported for what value they truly hold and what they're creating, when the artists are supported by the people that are consuming the art and not some outside industry that's trying to weasel their way in so that they can have control over it, when it's the creators and the people consuming it working together, then I think it will flourish. There'll be so many more people creating that can live on what they're creating. The art will get so much better. So many more people will be able to create, and the things that they are creating, they will be able to raise more money and to push the envelope, to push themselves to create even greater art. Right now, we have a glut of content being created, and the way it's being pushed out is it's do more, not better. And yes, you need to create content, but you need to create content. It doesn't mean that the production value has to be good. You need to create content. You need to be an artist in your mind that creates content that connects to people. And I think this platform, I think 368, I think Casey, I think all the pieces are in place to create something that changes the world. So what's the takeaway? I think the possibility that 368 is something that is game changing for content creators and for consumers. For the first time, I think that this will become the era that content creates, that creating art, that the artists that put their souls, their hearts into what they do, the people that are out there in the arena, learning and creating and connecting, the people that are creating the art that we consume will be supported by the people that consume it. And I think that this entire community will flourish in a way it has never done before. Today is the start of something truly amazing. What do you think? Do you think I'm just a crazy person? I would love to know if you have ideas about this also. I love you all, and I hope to see you in the comments. Bye.